Happy Friday. We both had the day off, so we thought, hey, let's go to Charlotte and let's go see if we can find more game deals. The goal today of going to all 4 of the video game worlds here, and then she wants to go back to that collectible store. I want to go back to that collectible store. There's another store in the mall she wanted to go to, and the 2nd and Charles, but we're starting with the 2nd and Charles because it's the first on the list in the wraparound route we're going. So let's go check it out right now, see what they got. Just finished up with the 2nd and Charles. There was some interesting stuff in there, but everything was just too expensive. That's always been my problem with this specific 2nd and Charles. Everything's just overpriced. And so now we're gonna go over to the first of the video game worlds. It's the one we went to when we first came to Charlotte. And then we've got other places we're going, so let's go do. First video game world. I'd say their selection was pretty mid. It's a smaller store, but that's kind of to be expected. Everything though seemed fairly priced. They had a copy of Metroid Fusion in there that if the label had been in better shape, I probably would have picked up, because I don't have that one yet. But that's the first one. I don't want to start ranking them until we've been to at least 3 of them. So anyway, now we are off to the Concord Mills Mall where we're going to get lunch. Got a pop store she wants to go to, and then there's the other video game world, and we'll have some even more fun. Just finished up at Concord Mall. What would you rate that video game? She gives it a 4 out of 5. That's pretty good. It's an 80%. I think their variety was better than the other store, but it's a bigger store. It's in a mall, so it makes sense. It actually was less variety than it was before, like the last time we were here, and it all cost the same. The next place we're going is Scott's Collectibles, and then we're going off to the other video game world, the one we haven't been to yet. And then we'll be going to the one north of Charlotte before we call it a day. So let's go. So we've come over to video game world number 3. Just judging from the outside, what do you think it's going to be like?
A 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
We've never been here.
We haven't. She gave the mall one a 4 out of 5. So she's saying this one's a 3 out of 5. What's the Harris Teeter one?
3 out of 5 today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of would. I would agree. This looks like it's going to be on par with the Harris Teeter one. All right, let's go inside and let's give it a look. just finished up in there. The selection was good, but everything seemed, at least on her end, things seemed a bit overpriced as far as pops were concerned. For me, there was just a quality issue. Like a lot of as far as like cartridge games and stuff that I'm wanting to get, a lot, and the labels just weren't in good condition of games that I might want to get. There were a couple of things that I found interesting, but he was busy and I just didn't want to wait. We're gonna go on now to the last one, which is in Huntersville. I believe this is the one that I like a lot because I've gotten several consoles from them in the past. So let's go and see what they got today. See if there's anything else we might want. So good morning. After a less than stellar hotel experience, we have come over to Hickory, North Carolina to the Hickory Comic Con. And so we're gonna go see what all's going on there and see if we can find any good deals. It is a comic convention, so probably not too many game booths here, but there usually are some. So let's go see what they got. What's up, guys? So you just saw what I remembered to film while we were in Charlotte and Hickory this past weekend, and it was a good time. I had to be a bit more careful with budget this time, not as careful as I should have been, but we had a good time. We made a little weekend of it. The convention was fun, the going around Charlotte was fun, and we got some stuff here that I want to share with y'all. Now, I know I said I wasn't a pop collector, and I'm not, but I have gotten into the Spider-Man stuff recently, especially the games, and I want to build a little Spider-Man area on my shelf to display the games, the Lego thing that I have, and now this. I saw this the last time we were in Charlotte, and I regretted not picking it up, and I'm very glad that I did this time, and turns out I actually got a really good deal on it. I'm a big fan of the memes, and I've always loved this meme, and this is just a very funny little thing to have, so that's always good too. The next thing I'm showing you is actually the only thing that I picked up at the convention, and that's two N64 games. I picked up Toy Story 2 and Robotron 64. Now, I didn't have really any experience with either of these games, but I saw them, I priced them, they're a good deal. I knew I didn't have them, and so I was like, hey, let's continue to add to the collection. The next thing that I picked up while we were in Charlotte was I managed to get two more 32X games. I picked up Motocross Championship on the 32X and Cosmic Carnage. I find it very interesting how small the 32X library actually is, and it makes me really want to push to try and complete it. I know that there's a few games that are like stupid expensive for no reason. Like there's Pitfall the Mayan Adventure, which is over $200, and then there's some Spider-Man game which is worth like $700. Those are gonna be really hard to get my hands on. I don't even know if I ever will. I can hope. Maybe I can find them for a good deal one day. The next thing I picked up is one of 5 special games for the Sega 32X, and that is Fahrenheit. Now, this is interesting because it is a game that, although there's a Sega CD version, which this also comes with, the 32X version of it is explicitly the 32X CD. Like, you need to have both of them. All of these 32X games can play with just the Genesis and the 32X. The Sega CD 32X games require all 3 systems. And I believe that there's only 6 of them, all of them being these True Video
production things. Like I said, I believe there's only 6 of them, and I believe only 5 of them actually came out in the States. The gem of the trip, at the Video Game World in the mall, actually, I found a copy of Sonic CD. The disc is in good shape, the manual is here, and there's no cracking or anything that's on the case. It's just scratched, you know, there's no cracking. These little tabs are still solid, and it's rare to find any of games in these cases and with these cases in as good of condition as this one is. So I'm really happy to have this in my collection now as well. And that's not even considering the fact that I've always enjoyed the 2D Sonic games, and CD is one that I never got to play. I don't believe this was on the Mega Collection that I had on the GameCube, so I never got around to being able to play CD, and I'm happy I'm finally gonna get to be able to. But yeah, I do believe that's it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is a bit more of a mishmash than I intended it to be, but hey, it is what it is. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to bringing you even more adventure cart hunts as we go, because they're always so much fun. These videos like this are always so much fun to make because I get to actually go out and explore and add to the collection. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, y'all.